The news isn't just the stuff you want to hear. Well, that is the show in a nutshell.
The game is changing.
5. Trying to get ahead of this coronavirus thing.
Last year was about the fallout of the Me Too movement, and this season is very much about identity, who we are, about race, sexuality, and cancel culture. You know, COVID arrived, and we have incorporated COVID into the show. The tsunami that's coming that nobody really knows about.
It's almost like you're watching a horror story where the audience knows the villain, they know it's coming. The characters don't know it's coming, so you're kind of watching it like, wait, don't sneeze, don't put your hand in your mouth, And I thought that was an interesting take on it.
There was a lot to navigate when you're coming into work and playing a scene where you're learning about new features of this novel coronavirus as the character. It's crazy compartmentalization. So on the one hand, we had to know all sorts of things every day just to get through the day. And on the other hand, in the scene, you have to go back to where you can't remember if it's spread through the air or not.
When Laura takes over for Bradley on the morning show, when Bradley has to go deal with something, and it's her and Alex doing, and the doctor comes on and she's showing everybody how to wash your hands in the very early, as we were doing it, I looked at Jen and I went, do you remember wiping off groceries?
We'd be shooting scenes where the morning show is reporting on COVID and the outbreak that was happening overseas in China. And one of the things that we talk about in the scene is socially distancing. And both my character and Reese's character start laughing at that idea. Like, what does that even mean? What does that term even mean, to socially distance yourself from other human beings? And I remember after we wrapped that scene, I was like, it's so surreal to do a scene that feels so 4 months ago. Like, it wasn't a period piece. I'm not, playing a character from 30 years ago. It was me 4 months ago, which was pretty wild.
There is a pattern of behavior around here that disadvantages the people of color. Daniel is a truth teller. He's the first person to start talking about the importance of COVID. He's also the person who's bringing up, systemic racism. He did it, last season. He's doing it again. He wants to have the uncomfortable conversations. And I think that then that sort of resides in the center of the show.
Who gets a seat at the table and why? Hey, there's a power structure that's in place. There's some people that want things to be a certain way. And yeah, they may give you a seat at the table, but they might just give you the scraps. And I think Eric and Greta and Karen and Deshaun, all of our characters are like, no, we're here to get the whole meal. We don't want just the scraps. And that drama is really powerful, and I think it's an important conversation and really awesome to see unfold over the course of the 10 episodes.
All skin folk aren't kinfolk. We see race and race politics and racial identity in a myriad of ways, as individual and as specific as each person is and their fingerprint is how race affects them and racial identity, not just, people of color, but white folks too. And so I think it's an interesting way of exploring it. There's no dramatic, crazy moment that happens. It's just, this is what it's like when you are a person of color and you're dealing with microaggressions in the workplace, and how do you handle it? And hopefully people will identify their own journey in the journey of the characters on the morning show.